feeling it wasn't me. Let's start this.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. We're here at TPC Boston in Massachusetts. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action. And Frank, how does this course set up for the golfers out here today?
Well, Gil Hands and Brad Faxon, they did a lot of changes a few years back to sort of open up some of the driving areas. Consequently, you see there's a little bit more of a reward for the longer hitters. Fairways aren't really as tight as what you'll see on some other golf courses. Long and straight certainly gives you a big advantage at TPC Boston.
This is host of the Deutsche Bank Championship. That's a tournament that is part of the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Oh, a whopper of a dip. Copeland green. The best. Okay. Nice wide open fairway. Go get it.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That's a nice roll, and with that birdie, now 2 under par for the tournament. Frank, they renovated the par 5 second back in 2010. What'd they do to the hole, and how does it play now?
Well, they changed the green, especially the left side. There's a huge mound there now. It's still a driver off the tee, but before you could bail out on the left side, you can't bail out anymore. It's a devilish of a chip over that mound.
Those chocolate drop mounds give the course a really nice look.
Yeah, they just pop. And you can see them, and you know that they're problematic.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Wow. I don't think so, buddy. We're going to go. Nope. Where's that coming in? That higher difficulty here. Got to make sure the shot's going to come in a good spot. Looks like it's typically coming in right about there. Probably roll a little bit.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Hit it too good.
Get down, look out.
It's over.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
How bad I am at this. Just set up for my miss hit. That I got right on. Get a good shot there. Shorter shots are always easy. Maybe I'll flop. Roll for me a little bit.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I'd say a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
Respectable shot right there. 20 feet or so from the hole.
Damn.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Not going much. There that is.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, couldn't hit that much better.
Just a couple of feet.
Curving to the right there.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. And now let's go down to the action at the fourth. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
Whoa, 14%, overshot, and I'm ready to go. Good second shot. Not far. Keep it second.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Right there.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Had every chance of going in.
Be a tough par putt.
These putts keep the round together.
You need to do that,
With authority, count it. has a par and 2 under. Now on to the 5th, and Frank, a pretty challenging par 4.
Yeah, gentle dogleg to the left. There's a short bunker on the right. That's not really in play. You can just see that one on the left. Ideally, just want to hit something around 330 yards to this very difficult green. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Nope. Got her on the fairway.
Always so nice, Frank, when that gleaming white golf ball is sitting up on those emerald fairways, the way this one is.
Yeah, the game almost appears easy when one is playing their second shot from the middle of the fairway. And you quickly forget how difficult it can be. You look left or right, the game becomes much harder.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
He'll take par and move on. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 sixth.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball on the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water. Oh, if this is up, it's good. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Nice position, short grass,
man.
second shot.
Fun to look at. Whatever. Let's try it. We'll go left, righter.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Man.
And he's putting for par now.
Read not found. That's some bullshit.
Nice par to remain at 2 under. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
We're straight. Don't worry about me, announcer guy. Good shot.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Sneaky distance. That should be good.
So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. On to the 8th hole, Frank. Nice par 3.
Yeah, this is where the accurate iron player will definitely get an advantage over the field.
Damn, I do not have the hook to get there. I'm going to clear over here. Go up on it.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie.
No bad shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. That's good work by the former PGA teaching professional, one of the best instructors in the country, with a birdie, now inside the cut line. Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. And I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Showing no signs of weakness. That's a good putt right there. Stays at 4 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. This has really been impressive. Started off slowly, just didn't have a whole lot, but kind of hung in there, fought when it wasn't going their way, and now here they are with a few birdies, really playing well at the closing stretch. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed.
I'll read it. Oh, man.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
And he makes it for par. Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11th.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in at 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Frank, all of a sudden, another player to factor in on this leaderboard.
And things are starting to tighten up right now. Going to see where the next move comes from.
Good 190-yard shot, and this is the second.
Well, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Back-to-back par fours here at TPC Boston, set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across. street. Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards, another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
Dude, really? That was terrible. Okay. Terrible.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Maybe.
That's an absolute beauty.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Right in the fairway and 180 yards from here. This is a good-looking shot. On the green in regulation. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh.
Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Moving on to 16 now. This is one where you sort of lick your chops, Frank, because it's pretty short, 161 yards. Where's the challenge here?
Where the fish go. That big lake on the left, that's the challenge.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. 8-foot putt here. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. Frank almost at the house, but still some work to do. 412-yard par 4 17.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. In the rough. Headed for the bunker? That one is in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Well, the best in the game don't do it any better. McIlroy, Fowler, Duffner, they'd be impressed by that bunker shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Has his par. On to the finishing hole here at TPC Boston. What can we expect, Frank?
Drive down the left side, and then it's all about the second shot.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. So the shot has landed. I'm not sure if it's on. Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now. So he doesn't want to compile the error.
Can add up quickly, Frank. This already his 4th shot.
Yeah, time to knuckle down. Really wants to hit one of his better shots right now.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
These putts keep the round together.
Dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.
What's that fox doing on the field? Come here, caller.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live second round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Novello. We're here in the state of Massachusetts on a magnificent fall day. TPC Boston, the site for the action. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
It was built in 2002, Rich. Had some changes over the years with Gil Hands and Brad Faxon, but it's certainly been a staple on the PGA Tour. He was first played a tournament there back in 2003. Adam Scott got his first win on the PGA Tour, and since 2007 has been a part of the FedEx playoffs.
It's a part of 72. See if you can break the course record today. It's only 61, held by Vijay Singh and Mike Weir.
Yeah, just to 61. Big golf course. And with that 18th hole, well, we'll see if you can get 11 under on the 18th tee. That'll be a little bit of a difference.
Really exciting finishing hole here at TPC Boston. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie try again here today.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Nice to see a par 5 this early in the round. Gettable from...
Good chance here for going for this for two. But if you stray with that tee shot, be careful on the layup. It gets really narrow up by the green. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290. Second shot.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Repetitive is often sounds boring. This is just shot after shot, and it's anything other than that. Spectacular.
Well, he's going for back-to-back birdies here, trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Hole number 3 here at TPC Boston. It is a par 3. Frank, are you happy walking off with par here?
Well, if you've birdied the first 2 holes, there's a chance here to be greedy. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
TPC Boston, home to the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, this is one of only 4 FedEx Cup playoff events on the PGA Tour, so this is a prestigious championship.
And especially with that Monday finish, this is the one event that really does suit the long hitters. But when the points start to increase, it certainly becomes extremely important.
Tyler.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Frank, at 298 yards, the 4th is reachable for just about every professional. What might scare them off?
Well, that bunker on the left, that's really actually a chance to showcase your skills. And that's where you realize how much better professional golfers are. A good bunker play, especially on a hole like 4, and then you will get well rewarded.
This is a great place for a fan to watch, isn't it?
It is. You see so many different short shots around this green. The bunker shots from the left side, if you hit it over the back on the right, the little bump and run through the little valley in the green. Fun hole to watch.
Perfectly placed tee shot will set up an eagle opportunity, but then you see quite a few bogeys made here as well.
Yeah, if you stray a little bit, leave the ball too far short, then you have to play that pitch across the bunker.
Man.
That's no fun.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking might get it close, and just a great shot.
Now on to the 5th, and Frank, a pretty challenging par 4.
Yeah, gentle dogleg to the left. There's a short bunker on the right. That's not really in play. You can just see that one on the left. Ideally, just want to hit something around 330 yards to this very difficult green.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Ready now at the 6th. It is a tricky 465-yard par 4.
Yeah, hit it through the chute. Water comes into play a little bit down the left if you're a long hitter.
Good start to the hole, Frank.
Yeah, nice drive there. Swinging well, too. This will certainly set up this hole.
Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really, just played good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is gone.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Getting set now over the putt. Did the job right there. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
They say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
Pretty good shot right there. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. On to the 8th hole, Frank. Nice par 3.
Yeah, this is where the accurate iron player will definitely get an advantage over the field.
and in the hole. What a shot. Now to the par 3 8th, and Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
And we're back.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count, and the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work. Every single shot adding to the score.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Solid play, heart of the green. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Keep out of your own way.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
290 yards.
Ball positioned very nicely in the fairway, 155 yards out. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Putting on a show this. See Boston 231 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, it plays a little uphill, so this hole really does suit the high ball flyers. There's a big ridge in the middle of the green, so when that flag's on the back, you've got to hit your best shot.
That's not a good shot.
Headed for the bunker? Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker.
All right.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Good effort and a good par putt. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit two of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of sixes here over the years.
Awesome.
Frank, this will be from 200 yards, second shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Coca-Cola.
Trying to make yet another birdie.
Way better than Pepsi. My personal say.
Good putt. Ball's teed up at the par 4 13th.
And you want to keep that ball in the air as much as you can. Carry that air on the left side. That's a big tee shot. Somewhere in that sort of 300-yard mark.
That's in the fairway. Needs to get all of this from 190 yards.
Give me that ball.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Oh my goodness, that could have been really bad.
Can you imagine if that kicks towards the bunker?
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet.
No, drop.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
You know, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Half a fairway.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Wow, just chanked
Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and that's so the ball doesn't sit up. And once again, this shot might look easy, but if you just miss it a bit, it so exaggerates the outcome.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
It's that sneaky distance.
This sneaky distance. I think that should do it.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
In for par. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one really, fairway first.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Getting set now over the putt.
Got lucky.
Continues to roll it very well all day long. Moving on to 16 now. This is one where you sort of lick your chops, Frank, because it's pretty short, 161 yards. Where's the challenge here?
Where the fish go. That big lake on the left, that's the challenge.
14.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading toward...
Frank, sadly, I've been there too often. In the water, you get down on yourself. What's the right way to approach this mentally?
Well, you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich. This can add up so quickly. So give yourself a little pat on the back, say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots. But the big thing now is to avoid 2 in a row.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
And he's putting for double bogey now.
Just give me it. There we go.
So the double bogey won't hurt too badly. Look at the leaderboard now. Still in a good position.
Damn. Lost a few shots there.
Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Dude, it's totally worth it. Risk it for the biscuit. Not for the...
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Spot on that one. No es bueno. Muchachos. There we go. Push in here, grab the ball.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 18th year at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
Well, no other way to say it, Frank. That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Now on his third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break, really, Rich, on that last shot. It just got away from him.
They take a shot, and then they put me right there, and I can barely get it to where I was going to drive it. I'm going to par this shit. Oh, that's also messed up, but no. See, that's where I was going to drive.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there.
Well, we're hitting driver already. We got a driver. We got...
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Get in there. Woo, so far. After all that terribleness, it's so far.
Just a beautiful roll there.
Oh, that's like stealing.
There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
Bogey. A couple bogeys. Bogey. Oh, short putting one up.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Headed for the bunker? Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club?
Possibly the wrong club. What? Let's see. No, that's too much. Right about there.
Frank looks like maybe the greatest bunker player of all time right there.
Well, he's making a name for himself today. You could certainly put him up there with Gary Players, Severiano Ballesteros. That was just a great bunker shot.
That was a pretty good bunker shot.
Drops for a par.
Ooh, gonna have to down my stuff.
Par 5 second hole, 540 yards. Birdie opportunity, Frank.
Birdie or eagle, but that second shot all the way across water. So you're going to have to hit a good tee shot to go for this par 5 and 2. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
That's a pretty good shot. That dog will hunt.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Oh, there's that. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not trying to make that. Well, maybe. Maybe. I said maybe. I mean... Fuck it.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Playing his fourth shot after the third was wet. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie
That's
first
some
and foremost.
bullshit,
If it's
dude.
sitting
I
down,
can't
then
even
obviously you're
shoot
not
out
going to
of
get a
that.
very good contact. Nothing
Like,
wrong with coming up a
come
little
on
bit
now.
short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
You guys are... You're killing me here. Definitely hit some shit. Man.
Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. They'll be pretty happy with that one. About 20 feet away in a good spot.
Yeah, turn up some heat.
21 feet from pay dirt.
2 inches. Bam, gave you those 2 inches. Yeah, let's do this. Get that bogey. No, I did not hit that right whatsoever.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Fucking raging idiot. We gotta make this. There we go.
That really hurts. Into a tie for the lead after that double bogey. Hole number 3 here at TPC Boston. It is a par 3. Frank, are you happy walking off with par here?
Well, if you've birdied the first 2 holes, there's a chance here to be greedy.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like.
Yeah, it's always been
Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Just a little splash. A splash of trash. Getting the grass.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
That's a good par given the situation.
Still tight, still close. Here now with the par 4 fourth, and at just 298 yards. That's right, under 300 yards and a par 4. You thinking about driving the green?
Only the faint of heart won't go for this green.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Man, that bunker's a son of a bitch. A real son of a bitch, I tell you.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Just a little tap in here. A good effort, a good par putt. Frank, the opening at TPC Boston, you could describe it as fun, gettable. It starts to change in character here at the fifth, doesn't it?
Yeah, beautiful par four. You've got to be cognizant of exactly how far you can fly the ball, though, because there's three distinct sections of this green.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
You need to keep it steady with your mouth.
Looks like par may not be good enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, big change in the top of the leaderboard. Get another birdie, so pushes him back to second.
Ready now at the sixth. It is a tricky 465-yard par four.
Yeah, hit it through the chute. Water comes into play a little bit down the left if you're a long hitter.
That's in the fairway. The second shot now to the par four.
First rule in Fight Club: don't put that shit on the water.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today?
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. This is a pretty sizable par 5 here, Frank, the 7th.
But it's reachable. There's some mounds down there. If you keep it down the right side, hopefully that tee shot can kick it a little forward. And then that green angled at about 45 degrees, very reachable.
Angled at about 45 degrees, and punch him in the back.
And from that position, a good chance to get at this hole location at number 7.
Second shot.
Does there's a second shot? I think people are stupid. Gonna make it? Gonna make it? Oh, why would I even try?
Well, we've seen this before today in the bunker. Getting set for his third shot from the fairway bunker. What's the right way to play this, Frank?
Well, you don't want to get the ball too far back in your stance. Gets too far back, then you mightn't carry the lip in front.
Bad.
Good looking shot right here. Didn't knock down the flagstick, but he still has a chance.
21 steps, or should I say feet.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie.
birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
And right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point.
A Donnybrook?
Frank looking at the 8th, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Please tell me what
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
That's a damn good shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just to tap in. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Put it in the hole.
In for birdie.
But out order.
Hole number 9, Frank, 472 yards. Good par 4.
Yeah, if you blink, it'll catch you.
Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was terrible. But we're gonna make fairway.
Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's
like
sitting up.
Child.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Wearing shoes. Probably got teeth. Let's see what this does.
Pretty good shot right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
The motherfucker gotta make this putt.
Good putt. Getting set to start the back 9. We're on the tee at the 10th, Frank.
No fairway bunkers here to worry about, but a little left or a little right, and you'll find the hazard.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Second shot. Good look at the green.
It's going in the same, I know it. But this won't.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a beautiful approach shot. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round. He's made it. Now to the 11th hole here at TPC Boston, 231-yard par 3.
Have you got the shot? Are you good enough?
We'll go with driver. Pull it back to about right here. Oh, wow.
Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna, well, it's still gonna get away with it.
Still gonna get
Birdie
away with
try
it.
up next.
That's terrible.
Getting set now over the putt. Frank, he might like this one. He might like. Oh, he's gonna love it, Frank.
What a putt.
get in the hole.
Can you believe that?
Got in the hole. You know, so he's not reacting in real time.
Moving on now to the 12th, and Frank, describe this hole for us.
Sneaky good par 4.
Well,
It's
there's a
long
bunch of
enough,
trees out there,
sort of that
fucking left and
450,
right.
460
You probably
mark,
wanna
bends
hit
a little
those.
to the left. Really, you
And,
want to be in the
you know,
middle of
some hills
fairway
and
here, because
shit
that
and,
second shot
some
with the
short grass where
green
you probably
just
shot the
tilting
ball.
towards the
Oh,
hazard.
man.
One of the
Hit it.
toughest second shots you have on the golf course.
Oh, that'd be my golfing outfit.
You know, this is
See this
not
guy?
hitting in the right
Hit a shit-
direction.
hit a
It
shit
looks like
ball
it's going to
there.
be in the rough.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's you got 5 minutes to
Off
find
the
it.
beaten tracks. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that. That's one.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Apatosaurus sucks. We're gonna hit the fucking crosswalk. Shorten it up. And we'll probably
So missed the fairway.
Ooh,
Now
two
he's back
shots.
where he needs to be.
Yeah,
Put it in
minimize
hole
the
for
problems.
150 yards.
Ready for his
170.
third shot.
74.
Needs to hit this
Not
close.
shorter than I thought.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That's a hit.
Frank, just a shade outside 15 feet.
Well, if you're going to be like that, Rich, it's 16 feet to be exact.
This is a 16-footer.
Got it.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine,
Ball's teed up at the par 4 13.
and you want to keep that ball in the air as much as you can. Carry that air on the left side. That's a big tee shot, somewhere in that sort of 300-yard mark.
Oh, get it there. You got this.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
One day he break cage. You got this.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And it makes the green in regulation.
Makes the green regulation.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today.
Okay. I think I should just hit it straight. Wow, what a putt.
Well, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one.
Frank, the 14th, a shortish 495-yard hole.
Only because it's downhill. If you can get that ball running down the fairway, then it certainly sets up a good second shot into this stout par 4.
That's not. Oh man. This isn't going well.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Third shot, looking for a good one.
Should be safely on deck.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Wow, what a birdie.
All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here we are at the 16th now, looking at just over 160 yards.
You can sense the fear, can't you?
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Safely on the dance floor.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Got it for par. All right, you want to bring it home in style. You want to finish with a flourish. 412-yard, par 4 17th. What's the way to play it?
Just head it down the right side. You don't really want to mess with that sort of rock crop bunkers down the left side. All sorts of bad things happen if you finish there.
Coming down the home stretch here at the 17th, set up well for a chance to go after this flagstick. Always a little trickier. Club selection is key, playing downhill in this shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Continues to roll the ball very well. On to the finishing hole here at TPC Boston. What can we expect, Frank?
Drive down the left side, and then it's all about the second shot.
Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that putt bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. And setting up here in the rough. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.